again at the Fiction Fairy, and today I have a book haul for you. Now, these books are books that my mom actually bought for me. She just recently came down, so I was super excited to get some books from her. So, some of them I don't really know too much about. Some of them I only know a little bit about. I'm probably not going to spend too much time going over them because I don't want to make this video be too long. So there's a little bit of books to kind of go through. So I'm just going to quickly show these to you guys and let you guys see what I got when my mom was down. So the first book I have is Hopeless by Colleen Hoover, and this is in my March TBR this month. And like I said, I'm not sure what this is about, but this is a new adult novel that is supposed to be absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to read. The next book I have is Also Known As by Robin Benway, and I love this color. I love this like watermelon combination. Any variation of pink is my absolute favorite color, and I love it when it pops off the green. It says the best spies hide in plain sight. So this kind of looks like with the outfit that these are going to be schoolgirls gone wrong who are secret agent spies, and I cannot wait to read that. And it also feels really good on the cover. It almost feels like felt, even though it's not. The next book I have is Roses and Bones, Myths, Tales, and Secrets by Francesca LeBlanc. And if you guys remember, I read and reviewed her book called Teen Spirit. And Teen Spirit was absolutely fantastic, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up another one of her books. Again, this has the variations of pink and green, which I really love, so I'm going to go ahead and read this at some point. It's a collection of 3 books, so I'm really excited for this, and I think that I'll enjoy it because I definitely enjoyed Teen Spirit. The next book I have is The Edge of Never, and this is by J.A. Redmirsky. And this is a beautiful cover. It looks dark and tragic, and I'm not sure what this is going to be about, but nonetheless, it looks amazing. It's a bestseller book, so this has got to be fantastic. So it says contemporary romance, so I cannot wait to get into this one. The next one I got was Easy by Tamara Weber. And I have seen this around BookTube, and this is another contemporary, I believe. This may be a new adult contemporary. So I don't know if this is new or young adult contemporary, but this is supposed to be a super feels book, just like Hopeless, and it's supposed to be absolutely terrific, so I can't wait to get into that also. The next book I have is An Arc, and this was just mixed in with my pile of books, and this is Faking Normal by Courtney Stevens. I'm not sure what this book is about, but it does look fantastic, and I'm going to assume that she is faking something. For who or what it is, I'm not sure, but this is supposed to come out in April 2014, so be excited to read this one also. The next book I got was Yona, and this is a sequel to Eon, and this is by Allison Goodman. And I've heard a lot about this, that this is referred to as kind of like Mulan. Like a female military warrior. I absolutely loved Mulan, so I think that I'm definitely going to love this also, so I cannot wait to get into reading that. The next book I have is Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick, and this is a sequel to Hush Hush. I have not read Hush Hush yet, but I do own it, so at some point I will be getting to this. Like I said in a past video, I do want to do a month where I catch up on series that I have started reading and start to read series that I have not read. So actually more than a month, it might be a month or 2 that I do that, because there's a lot of fantastic series I have not finished, and there's a lot of fantastic series that I have not even started. The next book is The Hunter's Moon by Aurora Melling, and this book is about fairies. It just looks really, really fantastic. It says shimmering with magic, myth, and a romance. So definitely think this book looks absolutely terrific. The next book is Darkness Becomes Her by Kelly Keaton. And I have seen this book around on both Goodreads and on BookTube. It looks fantastic. It says unforgettable, complex, and unique. I could not put this book down, and that was from Christopher Pike. He said that. So if he says this book is terrific, it's got to be kind of good, right? The next book is Everwild, and this is book 2 of the Skinjacker trilogy, and this is by Neal Shusterman. And Neal Shusterman gets a lot of rave. for his Unwind series, and this is his second series called the Skinjacker Trilogy, and this looks like this will be fantastic also. I see he has a trend with kind of doing this similar covers for all of his series, but I guess that lets you know right off that you know it's a Neal Shusterman book, so that's kind of good. The next book I have is Forget You by Jennifer Eccles, and this is a nice contemporary book. I'll probably be reading this sometime during the summer, maybe late spring when the weather is warm and beautiful out, and just a time for love and romance. So I can't wait to get to that one either. The next book I have is Endgame by Nancy Garden. I think this is about a school shooting, but I'm not quite sure. It has the bullet holes right here inside of a locker. It says, a hard-hitting and eloquent look at the impact of bullying and the resulting destruction of lives touched by violence. So from that little blurb, I'm going to say somebody gets bullied, and unfortunately they take it out on people in a deadly way. So this sounds like a fantastic read because bullying is a very prominent epidemic in our country, and so aren't school shootings. So I really want to see how this is done and what comes about from this book. So I'm excited to read that. The next book I got is Locked in Time by Lois Duncan. And this is about a girl who ends up going to a boarding school, I believe, that is filled with witches. I think her stepmom might be a witch. And she has to figure out the secret so that way she can break free. And the little blurb at the top says, forever young, forever evil. So I don't know if they're trying to drain her for her youth, kind of like in Hocus Pocus, but it sounded really good. The cover was pink and beautiful, so had to have it. The next book is Hold Still by Nina LaCour. And it says, how does your life move forward when all you want to do is hold still? And this book is about two best friends, and one of the best friends commits suicide, and the best friend who is left to deal with that ends up finding, I believe, her best friend's journals, and she really finds out what she was going through. And I think this book sounds fantastic because sometimes when somebody is dealing with emotional issues such as depression and they commit suicide, people say they were so happy, I don't know how this happened, why did they come to me, and it's because they're holding everything inside. So it's kind of dealing with the pain of her friend not only committing suicide, but how did she not see it, and then finding the journals to see how her friend kind of was hiding her real feelings. So I think that this is also fantastic contemporary book that deals with real life social issues. The next book I have is Since You Asked by Maureen Gu. I'm not sure what this is about, but it says high school. So funny I forgot to laugh. So I don't know if this is like a faux like memoir of a high school student, but it looks really nice and it sounds like it's going to be kind of a funny and cute read. So I'm excited for that one also. The last book that I have, and it also was featured in my Teaser Tuesday last week, and that is The Next Full Moon by Carolyn Turgeon. And this book is about a girl who ends up sprouting feathers and wings, and she's not quite sure why. And it's about going through and figuring out what the heck is happening, what is going on, how she can stop it, and how it even started. So this book sounded really fantastic. This was in my February TBR. I was reading this. I did not get finished with it. It's ended up being more of a middle grade book, which is fine because I enjoy middle grade. But I wasn't giving the book enough justice because I was just not in the mood to read it. So I had to put it down. Eventually I will pick it back up again. But it does look good, and I am going to pick it back up again at some point. So those are the books that I got when my mom was down. So I'm super excited for those, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this haul. If you guys have read any of those books, please let me know what you thought about them in the box below. If you guys want to read any of those books, please let me know in the box below. Any of your thoughts about them, that would be fantastic. And then a couple books that I got that were contemporaries that dealt with real like social issues such as the suicide and the bullying and the school shootings. If you guys have any comments about that or any books that you have read that are fiction, nonfiction, young adult, or new adult that kind of deal with those types of social issues also, let me know below because I'm always looking for new books like that to kind of get my hands on and read. So I would love to know what you guys have read that are similar to those. So thank you so much guys for coming by The Fiction Fairy.